Monday Podstache. Straight ahead.
Koopa.
Left.
Chris Furley.
Right.
Justin Shank.
Not powerful?
I'm a little sleepy.
You're sleepy.
Good amount, I guess. So I want to move my microphone. First.
Nick Borma.
Second.
Danny McHaggis.
Third.
Lizzie Gertie.
Fourth.
Jared.
I was waiting for something, but
Have I? I don't think I've done.
Jared.
No, yes. I don't think I've done one with Danny yet.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah.
It was here.
Yeah, it was,
Yeah, it was
we're out there.
It was, one of the first.
You sure I was here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one
Oh,
of the
yeah,
first-
that's right. Yeah, that's right. I remember now.
Good one.
Stupid. And yes, I know you, Jared. No, because we were talking about whiskey and bourbon before we started recording. And first we were talking about the Jim Beam, the Jacob's Ghost. I forget what the whole process behind it is. Whatever.
It's just clear bourbon. That's like that, yeah.
But what I wanted to talk about. So I don't know if did you hear about Maker's Mark?
Oh, I heard something about that.
So basically, there's such a high demand for it right now, but they can't keep up with it, so they're watering it. They're watering down.
Let's just put some water.
Well, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, they're watering it down. So and they're being really open about it. Just like, yeah, we can't keep up with the demand, so we're watering it down. So I mean,
We'll make it taste worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not just raise prices?
Yeah, I mean, I like Maker's Mark. I don't buy it often because it's more expensive, you know. It's like, what, 22 a fifth, I think, around there?
that sounds right.
Something around there. So,
Yeah.
if it comes down to bourbon, I'll buy Jim Beam 15, 16 a fifth, you know.
It's like this very light brown color. It's all water, just a little bit of bourbon there.
You see that weird, like, swiveling line from, like, the little bit of alcohol that's
You have
mixed
to like
in?
shake it up, mix it.
The whiskey settles at the bottom.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, the alcohol soaked to the bottom there. But but I don't know. I mean, yeah, I would say you should just either just raise your price. I mean, that seems shitty just to like water it.
Or
down.
if you're selling so much, make a new production facility.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
But that wouldn't solve their problem now.
well, at this point, yeah.
I don't think water.
I mean, I don't
Yeah.
see.
I mean, obviously whiskey. You know, I put it with ice cubes, or you can put it with water, and that's fine. But like, not in a bottle. Not the bottle I buy.
bottle.
You figure they would just like mix in rubbing alcohol or something, just so it's like still like strong.
Yeah, this shit's potent.
They just have.
It'll
have
heal
the
all your
guys-
wounds.
They just go to the store and pick up the cheapest bottle of Everclear they can and just start dumping a little bit of that in every
Speaking of
bottle.
which, do you think that works? Like I don't know. Like next time someone gets hurt, we should just pour whiskey on it.
We've done that.
Really?
I don't know if it worked or not.
Next time someone needs stitches, we'll do it ourselves here, and we're just gonna pour some whiskey on it. You're gonna take a drink, and then we'll stitch.
What'd
it
you cut yourself on?
Pig roaster.
Yeah, I just poured some Captain Morgan Private Stock, which are really expensive alcohol.
And it's probably not. It's very sugary alcohol, so probably not good to pour on an open wound. Like, you probably gave me diabetes. You just like, yeah, the wound healed, but I'm really tired.
You're alive.
For now.
But I think we're all a little tired because we had a show last night,
Late night.
which was awesome.
You guys, you
was
guys played
good.
awesome. All you guys, man,
Thank you.
fantastic.
It was good. Yeah. Just like a lot of people who we knew all came out.
It was interesting.
It was really good. Could have done with, I don't know. Fuck it. They're not going to listen. I don't know. Like the first two bands.
I agree.
It's just they didn't need to.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure the whole Bumsy band, they were all underage, I think.
Were they?
Because they all left as soon as they finished. Like they were, like,
They were
out-
scared.
Yeah.
Scared little bitches.
Well, we are all much bigger and hairier and angrier looking than them, and
Yeah.
angrier sounding than those guys.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't mind ska. It was okay for what it was. Like, I finally got to feel Mark's pain, because as soon as I walked in the doors, I went and I was talking to Vic from the Coffee Cats, because he makes his own piezo pickups for upright bass now.
Oh, yeah.
So I was asking him about those, which one to get and stuff. So it's Vic and me up by his upright bass, and these two girls they walk up and just start staring at us. I'm like, I hope they don't think I'm like in the band or something. And Vic's like, hey, and then he goes and talks to me. He ignored him, and then they just kept staring. And then I'm like, hey, what's up? They're like, oh, hey, we're in Bumsy. Blah, blah. I'm like, oh, I'm Justin Necroholics. And like, oh, you're the guitarist, right? I'm like, yeah. Can I use your amp? Why? Well, I instantly shot back with why.
Yeah.
Mine blue. When? Like, I'm just like, might as well figure out why
Yeah.
that shit's broken.
Yeah.
like during the week, I don't have money to buy one. 'Cause she looked like she was like 17 years old, so I assume she doesn't have a reason.
Allowance is next week.
Yeah, Dairy Queen doesn't pay for amps. But that's a job a 17-year-old might have, right? I don't know. I haven't worked. I worked. I never worked. I never worked at Dairy Queen. I don't know.
No, me neither.
We're gonna pay you in ice cream. We're gonna pay you in sprinkles.
I got this shaker full of Jimmies.
Shaker full of Jimmies.
The little Jimmies are the things you put on top. Little candy things.
They call them Jimmies?
Yeah.
Why don't they call them toppings?
Well, they're topping. The topping is called Jimmies.
What?
The little. Damn it, Mark. Wahlberg. I don't know why.
Wait. It's a certain kind of topping?
Yeah, it's the sprinkles.
Why do they call?
I've lost.
It's the cylindrical type of sprinkles.
Those are just sprinkles.
Yeah.
Jimmies. Sprinkles are dots. Sprinkles are little dots.
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
No,
If you think
because when you go to Dunkin' Donuts and you get a frosted donut, it's like frosted donut with sprinkles, not
Right.
frosted
Because
donut
everyone's
with
too dumb to
Jimmies.
know the term Jimmies.
Sorry. Expert.
I don't know much, but I know my sprinkles.
I defended you last night when they were all calling you princess. Fuck off.
Well, I am, so I'll defend that name right now. No, like, yeah, they're called Jimmies. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know why, but
Back to the girl asking.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like,
she's being a little Jimmy, right?
yeah, a little shaker full of Jimmies. What? Creepy. So she's like, yeah, it really blew, and I'm like, I guess, it'll be easier for me. It'll be on stage. Right?
They should have came and asked me.
Yeah,
Whose
right.
app is that?
Yeah. But then I'm thinking, I'm like, well, I'm fucking with my settings. I'm like, well, there's another setting. And I'm like, wonder if I should tell her about the volume thing. Because, that amp on volume 1 will blow the fucking walls off of, a building. And I'm like, maybe I'll just see what she does with it. And, I was, waiting, and she was very cautious about it. I'm like, God damn it. I was, really hoping to be like, all right, 5! But, and, I don't think she got what I was saying to her, because I was like, yeah, you use distortion, or what do you use? She's like, I love little distortion. I'm like, all right, the natural distortion on the amp, it's, really sludgy, very kind of heavy. Great if you're playing doom metal, and they're just like... and I'm like, and Vic's just like... and I'm just like, just don't use the distortion. You have a pedal? Yeah, all right, fucking do that,
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to go back. You have a cable to connect the head to a cab? I just have one cable. I'm like, guitarist.
So now that makes me think, because, okay, so she knew you were the guitarist?
Yeah.
So does that mean this whole time she knew her amp was blown?
Yeah,
And she
drop the
knew?
leak. Yeah.
So why did she
Well,
wait till
that's-
at the gig?
And that's what I'm wondering. If they knew ahead of time. Because, because in my mind, that, because they played, I saw they played a show a week ago or something somewhere. Mm-hmm. Yeah, towards Chicago. And I'm wondering if they borrowed gear for that or not, because that means, the amp would have literally, blown, that day, which is, I understand that. But, if it didn't happen the day before, they could have just messaged us on Facebook, and I would have seen that, I don't know. It was just, one of those things where I'm and now I'm in the position where I have to be I guess.
Well, it's just it's like drummers asking to use a drum rug. It's just
Yeah.
you're going to need it,
Yeah.
Or that
I don't have
fucking...
I don't have a
The
throne.
drum rug to me, though, is one of those things that I can imagine someone just forgetting to pack.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty big, though.
I guess.
A throne is something I don't see someone forgetting, but I've seen it happen before.
There's that fucking kid, and Horzet has played with him a couple times, and I can't fucking remember the name, which is probably for the better. But it's this fucking fat little drummer, and he always we play with him for 2 gigs, and both gigs he didn't even ask me. His guitarist was like, "Hey, can our drummer use your cymbals?" And I'm like, "What the fuck?" It's just
Right.
Cymbals?
See, I'd be a little weary about that, because cymbals are so fucking expensive.
hell yeah, dude. It's just
Well, how do you forget cymbals?
Well, I forget. It was
Actually, we did that one time that happened to you one time. I remember.
yeah, that sucks, dude. That was.
I think we figured it out, but yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, because I had half, because this is when I used to have 2 cymbal cases.
Yeah.
And, I had the one case, but then the one that we forgot, or I forgot, was my hi-hats and, my rides, the really important shit.
Right.
So I actually had to borrow them
All right,
from
5 splashes, a China, a crash.
because that's when, I think that's when we had to, distribute the drums between, 2 vehicles, because that's when I had the huge kit.
Yeah.
And so, it was just I had, 1 bass drum and, only 3 toms and, only half my cymbals, so it was like a Frankenstein kit, but it worked out.
I kind of felt like that band was, especially because now we bring up how young they are. Mm-hmm. I think that the two female guitarists, I think they're a couple, And I don't think that the boys realize that yet in the band.
The only reason those guys are in that band is because they're like, oh, girls, I'm going to impress them with my trombone skills.
Because you saw they were like dancing, but they were looking at the girl. They weren't like looking at the crowd. They were looking at the other girls. And the two girls were looking at each other. I don't know.
I heard look at fuck each other.
Look at fuck each
Look
other.
at fuck each other. Another terrible line to start a porno out. Yeah, baby.
Done.
Look at fuck each other. What? I'm dark, man.
But I don't know. That was the first thing that came to my mind.
Yeah.
I mean, like I thought they were tight for what they were.
Well, yeah,
you know?
and we played with them before.
Okay.
Like, it's I mean, it's
it's
not like
like
they're a
pop
bad
and
band
ska.
or anything, but yeah, it's just it didn't seem to fit in totally.
Here's one thing that irked me too. Like, because we were like, because we know one Misfit. We can play like a million Misfits covers because they're all fucking easy. But we only practice one that we decided we want to throw in someday maybe.
Yeah.
But like let's not. I said at one point, like, let's not do a Misfits cover at our first show, if ever, unless we're like, hey, you got 3 more songs. Well, fuck it, we'll do a Misfits cover. But it always irks me, like, when someone covers Misfits song, they try to do their best Danzig impression, and hearing a girl try to do it, like a 90-pound, 5'0" girl, like, because you could tell she was trying to like rip off the Danzig inflections from the original recording of that song.
Yeah.
And it's just like. Danzig, he sounds angry in that song, and it's very intense too. And like having a little girl, like I ain't no goddamn son of a bitch. Like, I don't. You're not because you're a girl. But I just like I don't know. Misfits covers always like weird me out still.
Yeah.
Or that god-awful rendition of I Will Survive.
Oh yeah.
That was horrible.
What did a band do that last night?
Yeah, it was the same band we're talking about.
Did I Will Survive?
Oh yeah.
I guess it was weird too though, because like the dynamic, at least in my mind, the dynamics were off. Like the guitar players were really, really low, and I felt like her vocals was really, really low too. But I mean, it might have been. I'm not gonna.
One of the mics was definitely lower than the other vocal mic.
Right.
Yeah, we noticed that too. Yeah.
So, but
I mean, like, they were tight. They were solid, like for what they were playing. Shut the fuck up, dude. Look at fuck each other.
players listening to us right now. Girls, you'll never guess what they said about us.
I was like, when I
They called you two lesbians.
when I cracked my sandwich joke right as it got quiet last night, super loud. You were there when that happened.
Oh
right?
yeah.
But I was like, someone's like, girls in the band. I'm like, I don't see no sandwich station up there. This ain't no Jimmy John's. Where's my sandwich? And as I said that, they got all fucking quiet, like I'm like dead silent. I was like, where's my sandwich? I was just like, haven't even played my first show yet. And I'm like already making friends.
Speaking of though, but that was your first show. Was it everything you
Ever.
hoped? Yeah, ever.
It exceeded expectations.
Yeah.
I didn't black out.
That's good.
I didn't have the shakes, which I was expecting from the nerves, but I dumped like 8 tall boys of PBR down my gut before I played. I drank a lot before we played.
Yeah.
But I didn't feel drunk. I thought it went well. I was happy. I was really happy with how it went. And any mistake I made, I laughed at. Because it was just like, it wasn't, I didn't forget anything or fuck anything up. It was like I whomped a chord, and I was like,
Well, and it's just the more you play, the more you realize you have to just laugh at the mistakes. Because if you just get angry at it, it fucking ruins your mood. And I think that's something that we really learned in KPT is just to laugh at whatever mistakes you make. Because I don't know, it's just if you get all down on yourself and mad, it ruins the rest of your show. And
yeah.
Oh, fuck, the mics went out. I'm going to throw this cat down here. I'm going to look at that. Okay, now, guy, Superman riding that guy? That'd be fucking awesome. Let's do it.
Get on my back! Cape! Well, I mean, that's like, and Dave's not here. I'm going to have to tell him about this anyways. Because anyone who was at the show got to see it. It was funny, I guess. I didn't really look at him much. I wasn't like, But after the show, I was eating my burger, and Johnny was like, yeah, man, it's good, but you got to tell Dave, man, like, when he fucks up, don't do this. Because I guess he's like, because he really didn't fuck up anything that I could hear. I heard one thing that sounded kind of off, but I saw him do this face about 10 times. And I'm like, what was it? He was like...
like he just ate like a sour.
Yeah. I'm just like... And it's like, I do need to tell Dave about that because you don't want to be on stage and be like, fuck yeah. Like,
Maybe he's really getting into it.
yeah. He's feeling the soul of the music, man.
The soul of horror punk.
Root note, motherfucker.
Oh, shit.
But it was fun. I had a lot of fun playing. So.
Yeah, it was good.
Crowd was cool. The crowd was super energetic. Everybody that came out, like everyone that's here right now was there last night. So
It's good times.
it was a good crowd, fun people.
I was just happy that our food and drinks got comped.
Your drinks got comped?
I was a little jealous about that.
Half.
Right? No, comped.
Fuck you, motherfucker. No, it's okay, my bar.
All I know is I got that fucking Eastwood burger that had like
yeah.
meat and like onion rings and cheese and barbecue sauce. I was eating that and then like my
On a pretzel bun.
and
Yeah.
and a banana bread beer. I was pretty.
They have the banana bread beer? Fuck me, I didn't even know that. I would have gotten one. Yeah, I mean, like, well, they comped our food, and I'm like, holy fuck. I've never, like, because they comped our food.
Yeah.
At least for us, I know our drink tabs were, like, they gave us half off drinks.
Which is still awesome.
I mean, yeah, and then we got paid out, and I'm like, this has never happened to me at any show with any band I've ever played in. Like, I'm like, don't get used to this ever.
Yeah.
But it was cool. All around fun night.
That's cool.
and then I went to bed.
Yeah.
Bed. Yeah.
Well, looks like I'll start
The rock and roll lifestyle. Yeah, great show, good energy. Took a nap.
Just aside, and I probably told half of the people in this room because it made me laugh. Remember that my fucking just crazy drunk stupidness at Gast House the last time I went there. Which
I was really hoping
Oh,
for
yeah.
that, too.
yeah. Did you hear about this?
No.
What?
Oh, okay. So when I was really drunk,
Pregnant.
He owns the bar.
no, I remember I was there and I was just like I was pretty aggressive with that. Just some girl I was just hitting on all night, and I just remember waking up and I was like, oh, such an idiot. That girl was there.
Wait, the one you kissed or?
Yeah. And she goes, she's right next to me because I'm taking pictures of either you guys or you guys, and I'm putting a chair right there and like, hey, have you ever gone to the Gast House? And I looked and I was like, yeah. And your name's like, it's like a Nintendo character, right? Yeah, Koopa. Like, hey, how's it going? I was like, I was really, really drunk that night.
Oh, wait. The little redhead
Yeah.
chick with the
Yeah.
hippie guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, because they were at the Coffin Cat show at Brower House. They were
Right.
there.
So I said,
that guy is actually pretty nice.
yeah, I was like,
Hippie.
what brings you here? And
He wears
she-
a bathrobe everywhere.
Yeah.
Weird.
I was like, what brings you here? I guess her friend's a huge Coffin Cats fan,
Yeah.
so they're jumping around and stuff. But that was just out of the blue, and I was like, However, I was like,
You're like professional now. It's
yeah,
like,
I'm like,
that
yeah.
was a different man.
Yeah, Jared was like, you should have just said no. No, but
anymore.
it actually ended up really nice because I was like, yeah, I was really drunk. I was a little aggressive that night, but she's like, oh no, you were sweet. I'm like, thanks. I can go back to the Gast House again. So that happened.
Yeah.
A lot of that phrase I've had. I feel like that's happened tonight. Like, that happened.
Yep. That was something.
It was good. It happened.
Did my epic machine gun.
I think I'm the only person that caught it.
I'm
Like,
pretty
I
sure.
lost my shit, dude.
Because every now and then, when I feel like being really retarded or like really just like cheesy,
Yeah.
I'll like hold my two sticks like I'm doing a machine gun, and I'll then do it just to fill with my kick drums. I was like,
Wait, he pointed right at me. It was like, yes. Like, I think my two favorite moments of the whole night were you. Because it was that,
yeah.
and then, like, what I considered to be, like, the most epic one-note floor tom fill I've heard in my life. Because, like Brian's sitting there, and, like, there's a fill coming up. Because, like, I know the form of the tunes because I
Yeah.
learn all of them. So I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. And then, like, all of a sudden, I'm looking at Brian, and he just shoots up and, like, wails on his floor down and starts playing. And I'm like, holy fuck, dude. Whoa.
I like the way you explain. You're like, yeah, dude, it was like the heaviest fill ever. It's like you had in your head that thing I'm gonna do it right now. Like, yeah, I did do
Like,
that
your
thing.
face, too, man. Like, you were ready for it. Like, that Tom is gonna get it, dude.
I'm gonna hit this thing. With a stick.
You're gonna get it, Tom.
Oh no.
Going downtown.
Hey.
You're going down, Tom. Everything's a porno.
So I might be, or actually I probably will be working at the same Home Depot as Megamark just for a second job.
Yeah.
Well, apparently, yeah, because I interviewed, I think I was just planning on doing just like a cashier job or something like that, just something like a second job. So I interviewed, and Mark's just like, yeah, you interviewed pretty well, but I guess a little bit too well because they're going to put you in special services, which is guest service pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm like, all right on. So, like, I go there and, like, sure shit. They're like, yeah, we're going to do you for those, special services. And I'm like, okay, yeah, right on. Whatever. But they're like, okay, so, you have to go we're going to do a background check, and then, you're going to have to go do a drug test. I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. So, like, it's, like, right down the street. So I go in there, and the one receptionist lady, she's really nice. And she's like, okay, yeah, just have a seat. It's going to be a urine test. Can you do it right now? And I'm like, yeah. Whatever, I had a lot of coffee. So, like, I sit down, and I'm waiting. All of a sudden, the door opens, and it's just this chick walks out, like just uber pulled back hair, glasses, just really stern looking. She's like, Brian Lee, and I'm like, yeah. She's like, come with me. And I'm like, all right. And so I start walking towards her.
Kiss me or I crush you.
So like I start walking towards her. She's like, is that your jacket? And I'm like, yeah, that's my big jacket with you. I'm like, all right. So she must have been Polish or German.
McBain.
Yeah, it's something. I'm like, she's like, okay, follow me. I'm like, all right. Okay. So we go into this room. She's like, okay, sit by table. I'm like, all right. She's like, okay, empty out all contents of pockets. Put contents of pockets in box. I'm like, all right, cool, right on. She closes the box. Here is key to box. You hold on key to box. I'm like, okay. Go over to sink, wash hands. Do not use soap. I'm like,
it's the weirdest porno out there.
and she opens up again and she's like, okay, you see all those cups? Pick any cup. It's like a magic trick. It's like, okay, empty out contents of cup onto counters. And it's like got this like foil top. It's like I'm trying to peel it. Like, cause I'm almost nervous. Cause like she's like she's putting me in this state of mind where I'm just like, fuck. Like,
You're a machine.
they're gonna like anal probe me or something. So like I'm like trying to get this foil fucking top off. And I'm like, oh, you guys don't make it easy, do you? She's like, ha ha ha, okay, empty out contents. I'm like, fuck, dude. So I empty it out, and so she's like, okay, we need specimen up to this line right here, no less. If it is more, it is okay. I'm like, all right, cool. So I go in there. She's like, okay, you have 4 minutes to give us specimen. Do not go and then wait 4 minutes. As soon as you are done, come back out. I'm like, all right. So like I go back out there. I do my business. My fucking piss is boiling hot or whatever. So I get in there. And then so I go and do that. She's like, okay, we're all done here, Brian. I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm like, oh, which way out? Follow signs out. I'm like, holy shit, okay. Dude, it was fucking intense. That's probably like the most intense like pre-drug employment thing I've ever.
Yeah.
Normally
Home
super
Depot
laid
don't
back.
fuck around.
Oh, dude, yeah. They're usually like, okay, pee in here. Like, yeah.
Dude, when you guys told me I wasn't gonna pass that fucking test, the last time I had to take that P test, it was at.
If he would have had her, he would have flipped.
Yeah, it wouldn't have worked. It wouldn't have worked. I had to go to Provena for that.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I must have just peed. I think I just peed, and then I went in there and I was like, oh fuck, this isn't gonna happen. So I literally was in the bathroom for probably like 5 minutes trying to fucking piss in the cup, and I literally got it to like just under the line. Seriously.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, oh come on, dude, you can do something. Let's go. Like, and I'm sitting in the
Punching
bathroom.
himself in their dick.
No, like I'm like mentally trying to get myself to just squish out just a little, man.
Pointed at his dick. Trying to get the
I literally walked out of the bathroom and like my head was just low. I was like, I can't get any more than that. And she's like, we could probably make that work. I was like,
Maybe if I jerk off into it.
oh.
I've had that problem before. I've never had to be worried about a piss test.
Mm-hmm.
But I get nervous about them for some reason. I don't know why, because it just seems like such an official thing to me. Like, you get like
it is.
Yeah, well, it is. Yeah. So like I've never really had to worry about a piss test, but I've got nervous, and there's been times when I've gone there, and like I just couldn't pee.
Right.
So like but the doctor's office I went to the one time, they had like cups you could get water and drink water in the bathroom. I'm like, I just like started just drinking shit tons of water. I'm like, just pee.
Well, you didn't realize that those were the previously used.
Oh, I knew. No.
Stanley Cup, bitches. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. I apologize.
We're good for this episode.
Excellent.
right.
Good. We'll be right back.
Hey.
Oh shit.